I would have rather lost my marriage and my job than to have the whole nation know I was at a Coldplay concert.
I
Not too much on Coldplay now. Not too much on Coldplay.
I thought,
Hello and welcome to Group Chat. I'm your host Bentley, and today I'm excited to welcome Allie Brady, stand-up comedian and voice of the Buffalo Bandits, Matt Hitch, musician and lover of pop culture and all-around creative at Buffalo Toronto Public Media, and Elyse Breeze, director of digital strategy at Buffalo Toronto Public Media and pop culture enthusiast. We've got a fun show lined up today. First, we're unpacking how the Devil Wears Prada set the bar for the modern day workplace. Then we're diving into the pop culture scandals that keep everyone buzzing because, let's be honest, we can't look away. Finally, we're heading to the Erie County Fair where real life fun, food, and community spirit take center stage. But first, what are you talking about in your group chats?
I'm all football right now.
I know.
It's
I'm all in.
Football.
I know.
Yeah, it's drafting. It's preseason. We're going.
I know. I'm like excited. I think that preseason game and getting my Bills clothes out, because I like packed them last year at the end of the season. I was like packing them away, like shoved them in a corner.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm in it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
My girls and I, we are planning a little trip for my friend's birthday down to Cuca. Just doing a couple days at the end of August. Kayaking, relaxing. Everybody's pregnant, so not me. Not me.
You heard it here first.
Exactly. You heard it here first. I am not pregnant. Everyone else is. And so I think it'll be just like a nice, low-key, relaxing outdoor little thing. So we're planning for that.
That sounds amazing.
I got a lot of football going as well. So I told you before, my family lives in Indiana, so that's like our... We'll go almost all year and not talk until fall comes. And we're like, talking about football all the time, and also have like a new group chat going on with some stereo people. Like I got a receiver fixed, and the people that fixed it, we just started talking about stuff, and now we're sending each other pictures of different receivers and speakers and stuff like that. So that's fun.
The physical audio forum is back strong now with people sort of, banning or trying to boycott different streaming services. So is that why Taylor Swift announced that she's going to have her album out on cassette, vinyl, and CD?
I love it. That's what you do for number 12, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
12, life of a showgirl.
She has 12 more albums than I do. So good for her. She's killing it. Good for her. Yeah.
So some of the things we're going to talk about today: The Devil Wears Prada 2 set for release in May of 2026. Now, the publicity we've been seeing, I was thinking it was coming out way before that, but I think it's been a lot of on-site photos and people sneaking around to try to figure out what's going on. Pretty much on the heels of Anna Wintour stepping back from being editor-in-chief. But, I think there was a big misconception. She's been the editor-in-chief for 37 years, and she's not going anywhere. She's still going to be the Condé Nast Global Chief Content Officer and Global Editorial Director at Vogue. So she's very much...
Yeah, but the more words you have in your title, the less you do. Isn't that kind of how it works? I think.
The more creative the title, it's like, what
strategic. If it's in there, it's not that big.
I appreciate your take
strategic?
on that.
Yeah.
That's my job.
Well, we also want to tell you you're not pregnant and your job is
And I do not know.
It's a coordinator, but it's coordinator. Yeah, that's all I
you're
should know.
so right. You're so right, though. Whenever somebody asks me what I do, I'm like, I don't know.
It's word jumble, like strategic, analytics. Yeah, it's good though. It's important.
ChatGPT, don't give me a job title.
Global ambassador.
Well, I mean, speaking of that, when Devil Wears Prada came out, it came out in 2006. So now we're 20 years later.
Amazing.
So how has work culture changed? And do we still see these type of scenarios in the workplace? I mean, I think we have to preface this by the media and editorial world is also kind of like a different animal. I was like really interchange the music world, like music publishing and record labels and media and editorial, lots of deadlines, also a job that people are very passionate about. Yeah. So people really want to make it in these roles. But I mean, what are the things that probably wouldn't fly right now that were in the movie, but
Yeah.
I mean, do they still happen?
Well, I'll say, do you guys hear what the background of the movie potentially is?
Yes, has something to do with her relationship with Emily Blunt's character, right?
Andy, who is Anne Hathaway's
Yes.
character, is like now a head of the organization or the magazine. Isn't that kind of what it is?
Oh, okay. I
I
didn't
mean,
know
maybe
that.
that's. I thought Miranda then needs a job. I thought that's kind of what it is.
Oh.
I thought, but I could be wrong, because I'm trying to like watch it less because of their. I don't want to have any spoilers on their the costumes, but with workplaces now versus then, that movie, Meryl Streep's character was cruel, right? She was very mean, and that's exactly what they say Anna Wintour was like. But now, if you are a boss who is treating someone like that, one, you have HR on your side, you have lawsuits on your side, you have a lot of policies and procedures, but also people now have access to their phone way more than they did before, and you can go TikTok viral instantly if you said, "Hey, my boss spilled intentionally scalding coffee on me."
Yeah.
Like that would not
Yeah.
that would go far, but that would not be well for the boss. But
I think Anna Wintour said that a lot of it was pretty accurate in the movie, but some of it was exaggerated. She said, I never like walked in and threw my coat on my assistant's desk and my bag, and she's like, that wasn't me, but she was like pretty hard to work with, I guess, like
Did she
very
say-
driven.
did you say where she threw the jacket?
She said she hung it up.
Okay, yeah, of course she did. I folded myself correctly.
And I mean, this was a little while ago now, but I interviewed a stylist, fashion designer for the Stars that actually worked at Vogue, and she had the experience of if you did what was expected of you, and you sort of knew working at Vogue that you knew the level you were at, that she did really take care of you and help you with your career. The real Anna Wintour. So it's, you just wonder what is dramatized, but also I do think that we have come along. Hopefully we have come a long way, because it's not like that stuff didn't happen. I'm sure everybody can probably think of instances if you were an intern around that time or you were starting a new job where there were situations like that.
Well, interns now get paid, so that's
Yep.
a different thing, a different pool. I just think we treat people better. I could say, at least I can say in organizations I work for, but I don't know what's the. Do people still wear heels in the workplace? Is that something like, I don't know. I
don't know.
I do sometimes.
See, that's
Depends on the vibe I'm going for that
very
day.
strategic. I like it. Very good.
That's where it counts. That's where it counts.
But I don't know. Oh, go on.
At least in Devil Wears Prada, it shows like a lot of the girls wearing like flats, and then they're like, "Oh, Miranda's coming." They all take them off and put their heels on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
right.
That is kind of-
Especially
yeah.
in New York, like you are walking everywhere, and
Oh yeah, sewer grates.
and
The flats are back though. You know,
Yeah.
if they've got a pair of, $5,000 tabbies on,
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
sure that she wouldn't bat an eye.
she wouldn't. Yeah,
That's what's changed.
Right.
yeah, that's what changes now. Flats are cool. Because I remember I interned at Interview Magazine, and I was in the editorial department, and it was pretty intense. But I remember the fashion interns were just 24/7 running around everywhere, and they were going to pick up clothes from borrowing from something from a designer, or going to Chanel, so they were like running around, and I'm like, how does anybody that works at a fashion magazine wear heels? I need those,
Well, they now have bunions, so that's 20 years later, and back problems.
and all the editors are wearing sneakers.
Yeah.
I don't know. So there was intense pressure, high demands. Now, obviously, we've seen some teasers of you, as you've seen, and maybe that story is going to be reflective more of the workplace now.
Maybe.
I mean, you said Anne Hathaway's character now could possibly have her own.
She might be in charge. Who knows,
Yeah.
though? I mean, I would want them to. I hope they just do a 180 and just change up everything, so we have no idea. I don't like spoilers right now. I want to be
know.
surprised with
Yeah.
a very
Yeah.
sweet movie.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's funny because I think at first most of the stuff that was coming out were photos from on set, but then you did start to see a little bit of like publicity planting because Meryl Streep and Anna Wintour all of a sudden were like in a video talking together. And, so
Smart.
So yeah, I mean, and then that you were talking about policy and now with interns being paid, but there's also restrictions on like what tasks interns can do and being, I know this is in New York State anyways, there has to be a certain percentage of doing different tasks. Like, yes, you can, do something, you can make copies, but you also have to be doing a certain percentage of something that you're learning on the job, which I don't think that there were those guidelines then.
No. I don't know how picking up Starbucks after you're 3 times a week is going to do that. I think interns are treated more like humans nowadays. It seems, at least, from how when I interned versus how I treat interns, way different. I also think interns then start working for the organization.
Yeah.
So they're going to be your colleague very soon, and they could be the VP of the company sooner than you're moving up. So I think there's more fairness and. My background at work is HR, so I treat everyone like a human. So I'm like, how did we do this before? So, yeah.
But that's what I think makes you good at that job is because you think like a human.
Oh, right.
ChatGPT out. Remember, you are an actual human.
Thank you, Cyborg. Thank you.
So do you think power dynamics have changed, even though maybe the actual interactions may be changing? Have these power dynamics, have they just manifested in different ways?
Between employee and boss, or?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I feel like I have, I'm like a terrible example because like my boss is my friend.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I go out to lunch.
I probably put you guys on the spot. Like, not your own personal boss. Everybody's like, no, everything's fine.
Who's actually going to be listening to the show?
Exactly.
Right, your shout out.
No, but genuinely, like even like right from the beginning, like I think Heather and I are very much alike. So we wanted to have like that dynamic of like the mutual respect and also a little bit of friendship there so that if there was a problem, I feel more comfortable coming to her and being like, hey, what, did I forget something? Did I miss something? And vice versa. Like, I think that there's like a better level of comfort. And I kind of try to have that same relationship with my staff because I think it just creates a better, more inclusive work environment where everybody feels comfortable sharing. And like, whenever I've been in a workplace dynamic that didn't have that, it felt like that was where workplace drama started. That was where like the dynamics were more complicated. People were mean, talking behind each other's backs. That's when I worked at Family Video. That's where the real drama was.
Is that manager listening right now? Or?
I don't care because they're out of business. So,
well, and with that dynamic in the first Devil Wears Prada, I think they seemed embarrassed to maybe or admit they made a mistake or ask for help. And that
trust was well, and it's in real organizations, trust is earned, but in a movie, it's very exaggerated where you have to see her, have a fight with her husband, then all of a sudden she has trust or she remembered someone's name. So in real life situations, I feel like, hey, you did this deadline on time, then you're good. I just think, it's very much, they showed a lot of toxic stereotypes in the fashion industry. Yeah. But I'm sure like some of it was real.
Mm-hmm. In case you're just joining us, you're listening to Group Chat. I'm your host, Bentley, here with Allie Brady, Matt Hitch, and Elyse Breeze. And, it's interesting, Allie, because you in your, I guess your work life is HR, but like your comedy life, you do work for comedy. So it's not like it's just, this leisurely pastime. So I want to say you have 2 work lives.
Yes.
So do you find yourself, or did you before this job, bringing workplace situations into your comedy?
I've always have not brought it in. And this is the first time I'm just opening my notes because I had I want to know if I can...
You're like, can I?
Oh yeah, I was. There's 2 things that happened. Yes, I had a not great day at work, and I was like, this could be something very funny to bring to work, to bring on stage, and I when you unfortunately there's some bad days where you have to terminate an associate, and I was just thinking like, wow, I haven't broken up with someone in a while. Is this what it's like? And I was just thinking like, how is like, and I was thinking that was kind of funny. And then I was like, this is very serious. I can't think of it like that.
Yeah.
But, I was thinking, could I do that as a joke somehow? And I'm like, oh, it's like, I'm still so paranoid to break that wall because there are boundaries that are very good to have. because, then people at work show up and then you're like, you weren't supposed to. You're not supposed to.
To be here.
Yeah,
This
just
joke
pop
is about
up on
you.
social media and
Yeah.
stuff. So even if they don't show up, that
Yeah.
very well might hear that.
And
Yeah.
who knows what freedom of speech looks like now? I don't know.
Yeah,
What it's going to look like tomorrow or,
Someone
Yeah.
just comes knocking on your door immediately.
Yeah.
As soon as it's posted, you're like, wow, how did you know that?
Yeah, I know. Right?
But comedy can also be therapy, and I feel like there's all different spin-offs of therapy related to
Yeah.
the workplace now.
So I'm working on it, though. I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out what that secret code is, that secret sauce. But
Yeah. Where is the line between we kind of started talking about this in the beginning, healthy ambition and toxic culture. So if you really want to prove that you can do a job, like where does that line fall?
I don't know if I even have a line. My phone is, I'm always on call because I'm building maintenance. So like the fire alarm could go off and I could be at a bar
Yeah.
like 5 beers in, and then I got to come here and meet the police and the fire department and
arrest
turn
you.
the fire alarm off. So, but other than that, like I accept emergencies, but anything else, email, people asking me questions, work related, like once I'm off the clock, I try not to even look at it. I'm like, I'm not gonna consume or spend my free time doing work stuff that's not an emergency. Or 'cause people ask me questions like all throughout the evening that are definitely not
wait.
important. I'm not gonna call anybody out.
Yeah.
But I'll get an email like about something that could have been, talked about during the day or
Yeah.
whatever. So I try and block that out.
Yeah. Because everybody has access, I feel like, all the time. So you
Yeah.
have to set your boundaries.
And that's the thing when I said with the fire alarm, and my girlfriend's like, just shut your phone off. I'm like, I can't, because like if there is an emergency, I have to respond to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and there
Yeah,
always
that's
is
tough.
one when you turn your phone off.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry about the fire alarm. Sorry about you being 5 beers.
Did you turn it off?
I don't know, let me see if he responds. But like, what is the difference between what is toxic in a workplace? For I think everyone has their own different kind of scale, right? So mine might be working, 9 or 10 hours a day. That to me, because then I go home not to the best version of myself, and then it takes me a while to recoup.
Yeah.
And then or does that mean that I then have to go to work less the next day, which is a healthy ambition? So I guess it all depends on things.
Yeah.
I think being cutthroat, that's toxic. Again, that's all different. It depends on what kind of market you work in. So,
Definitely.
radio, I'm sure there's a lot of,
Well, I think
things.
that it's hard because they're in media in general, and I think it's gotten better, but there really isn't like a 9 to 5 cutoff. So there are things that happen, after 5 o'clock, but then you still are expected to fit into that 9 to 5 day.
Yeah.
So I think that figuring out that balance and setting your own boundaries of exactly what is an emergency,
Yeah.
what can somebody else handle, what's worst case scenario, we're not doing brain surgery, so it's something that might be like a crisis to us. Is it really a crisis? Is it a crisis to the listener?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do they even know? No, So I think that balance, and I think that when I started in media, like everything was always like immediate, everything was important. And I think that it just created a cycle of burnout for, and I think that once, if you really looked at things, you're like, wait, this can be handled. It doesn't have to be like that. So I do see, I did work in the editorial world for a little bit, and I do see like in Devil Wears Prada, like some of the quotes about like how like her being slow, which was like the glacial pace or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know how
I know
move at a
those
glacial
deadlines,
pace,
like
you know
those
how-
deadlines. Yeah.
Yep.
Those deadlines are real. Like and if you don't meet your deadlines, you're screwing everybody else over. So
Yeah.
if you're making it to a print publication, you have to get your story in, and then there needs to be I don't know if fact checkers exist anymore. There needs to be,
Burn.
yes, in respectable publication. There's the fact checker, there's the people that are laying out the page, and the photographer. So it's like there are a lot of deadlines, and then at the drop of a dime, Taylor Swift can, launch a new album. So it's like, I do understand that part of it, but there does need to be a little bit of balance. And I think it's definitely gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
But
burnout.
What is it? What is the glacial? Is there a reason?
She's like, Andrea, you're
by
moving at a
all
glacial
means, move at a
You know how
glacial
it
pace.
thrills me.
You know how that thrills me.
Yeah.
Which, like, I know she's a horrible person, but like, sometimes I can like relate to that, where you're just like, I'm just trying to be patient, but
But that also goes into just human nature. There's something likable in every bad guy, or something we see in ourselves. Like, well, I want people to be efficient, and so I get that with Miranda. I like that she wants her magazine to be perfect. I get, so there are redeemable qualities in every single person, which is a great theme, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see what the second one brings without spoilers.
Do we have to like go in theaters, or is it going to be direct on a subscription?
I mean, who knows? They might be changing their whole plan now as we speak.
I want the cinema experience for that movie personally.
Yeah.
I want to go to the movies. I want to get my little popcorn. I want to get my Diet Cherry Mellow Yellow. Ooh, that's my movie drink.
And
I want the full experience.
I'm a wild cherry Pepsi.
Do we think the
that's the one,
soundtrack
too.
will be 2006 throwbacks, like a little vitamin C, or like
Yeah, like will it be?
Ford? No.
Yeah. I wonder if it will, like, what time it's supposed to take place. Like, is it supposed to be directly after that, or only 10 years later, or is it really like a 20 years later
20
kind of
years
thing?
later. We'll reconnect on that.
It'll be the weekend.
When we come back from the break, we're talking about scandals in the spotlight. Don't go away. Group chat on BTPM NPR. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us again on Group Chat. I'm your host, Bentley, and I'm joined by Allie Brady, stand-up comedian and voice of the Buffalo Bandits, Matt Hitch, musician and lover of pop culture and all-around creative at Buffalo Toronto Public Media, and Elyse Breeze, director of digital strategy at Buffalo Toronto Public Media and pop culture enthusiast. Speaking of workplace culture, as we were talking about before, clearly scandals can happen in the workplace. And I know we are all online, so we definitely all saw the Coldplay concert and then everything that's happened after that. So for those that don't know, at the July 16th Coldplay concert in Boston, astronomer CEO, as we've mentioned before, who even knew who that company was until now, Andy Byron and HR chief Kristen Cabot went viral when they appeared affectionate and then awkwardly drew back when they realized they were on a Jumbotron. So I think it was interesting even before people knew they worked together, right? Because that didn't come out right away. It was just like, oh, these people were cheating on their spouses. And it was kind of like, and Chris Martin had made a joke that, either they're shy or they're having an affair. And like, then it turned out that they were actually having an affair.
I just feel like if they had just not reacted,
I know.
nobody would have done anything about it. Nobody would have noticed it. Nobody would have they called attention to themselves by being so skittish.
Yeah, because who's looking at Coldplay kiss cam
Right.
footage or whatever? Like, what happened
yourself,
in Boston?
Yeah, for that reaction, like somebody's not, there's something off.
And their friend also ducked away, and she wasn't even in the relationship.
gosh,
She
yeah.
wanted out of there too.
That
so.
we know of.
Who's hugging in the middle of summer? Like, I'd be like, don't touch me.
Yeah.
It's like an outdoor venue. It's
Oh,
hot.
Yeah.
Also, if you're trying to hide something, I mean, how many thousands of people were there?
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
probably not the best
Yeah.
place. It's not. It's very
Bless their
public. And then, so, everybody's obsessed with a scandal. So was it the fact that they worked together, or was it more that it was an HR chief?
Yeah.
Right?
The
HR
HR
101.
thing.
Yeah.
You don't even, I don't even go to our lunchroom at work, because I'm like, I don't want anyone to feel like they have to like not talk or like because that's part of what like work culture is, like talking about your day or your night. And I don't want people to have to censor themselves. Like, I really think about that. Like, I leave so then people just can exhale for their hour break and they don't have to think about work.
Yeah.
So, that's insane I don't even know what you're doing at work that you at astronomer.com or whatever to like, I mean, you're talking about the stars and that's probably beautiful, but I mean, I guess it does sound pretty romantic, but like, I don't know what you're doing that you are then crossing the line in the boundary. And I think that's what a lot of people kind of brought up, right? Like, how are you crossing the line at that meeting?
They're
what are you
actually
doing?
an analytics company. I didn't know what it was, of course, and then Gwyneth Paltrow, she did a commercial
Oh,
for
yeah.
them, which
Chris Martin's ex-wife, right?
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is
That
the
connection?
total
So funny.
total
grab on that.
somebody in
And
that
they-
marketing department deserves a raise. That was a great idea, I
Yeah.
think, because who knew what that was? Even when I heard astronomer, I was like, I didn't care what
Yeah.
it was. I was
Yeah.
Well,
like,
they definitely paid a lot for that.
oh,
So
I'm
they're-
sure.
I mean, and the other thing is like the the HR person should know the risks of that, and also like what it means for the company.
Yeah.
Aren't they're the ones that's supposed to be protecting?
100%. I mean, that's
Yeah.
why it's so offensive that they did that. Yeah. And I don't care if anyone's married or not. Like, you just don't do that. Just,
Yeah.
it's just, no, move on. And she knows it.
I would have rather lost my marriage and my job than to have the whole nation know I was at a Coldplay concert.
Not too much on Coldplay now.
I
Not too
know.
much on Coldplay.
Well, I thought they were
Parachutes is the
universally
first
disliked. I guess everybody
I
likes
thought
them.
that
No,
too
they're
for so
just-
long.
No.
Like my friends, like a couple of my friends are really into Coldplay. And apparently their concerts are like an
They're so good.
experience.
Actually,
They
mine
are.
was great. No, Imagine Dragons is universally hated.
Yes.
Oh.
That's what
Yes.
it is.
I was
Or Imagine
I was in the
Dragons.
dark on that one. I thought we all
Well,
agreed
because
on
of the
that.
Coldplay punchline in a movie, they ended up a punchline in a movie, and then it just became.
In The Devil Wears Prada too. Oh no! I
But
love Coldplay.
I don't. Well, it's funny because when I first went to a Coldplay concert, my sister was really into them. I'm just going to be depressed the whole time, but it's her birthday and I'm going to take her. And then it was the most amazing experience ever. And then like every concert after that, I was like, wherever they are, I have to see them because it was actually really uplifting.
That's what I've heard, and I've heard like the like light up bracelets and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they were the first ones to do that, and
Yep.
now have been implemented like across other artists and venues, and like their light show I've heard is just amazing. The stage presence, I would be so into it.
You would
I
love it.
think
And
I would go.
apparently this couple really felt in the moment. They felt
They
really,
felt uplifted for sure.
really moved as well. What is our obsession with scandal and relationship scandal as we segue into talking about reality TV?
I think it's that it happens to all of us or our
Yeah.
friends or everything. And then when you see these people having these like wonderful, perfect lives and they're like, it makes them more human. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, so your life is messed up too, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you messed up as like I did or whatever. So
Yeah.
I think it just makes it more relatable and,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and
It's
I think even like, I think there's always, people always have examples of workplace scandals in their head. You know what I mean? So it's like, it does seem like something that everybody knows about or experiences. And, with people spending all hours at work now, it's like, okay, well, things happen between people, I guess, that spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why this thing.
Or like we all are, like I'll say for myself, I'm fairly boring. So then when someone does something that blows up their life,
Yeah.
you're like, what? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why aren't you home?
Yeah, I know.
I know. I'm at a Coldplay concert.
I know.
It's very kind.
It's like,
But I think I love that. Like I love, I think there's this sounds mean, I guess. I'll say it. So sometimes us women can be, this is a broad statement. So please know I'm not saying this is all women, but sometimes I know I've done this in my life where I've said, hey, can I tell you something awful? And then my fellow girlfriend will say, yeah, please. And then we'll just talk about a little gossip. So I think that's why we like it too, because it's in our like soul that we want to talk about. Can you like what? Like we talk so like fight or flight, danger, like all that stuff. And when people go against that, it's just amazing. I can't believe people blow up their lives for 2 minutes of gratification or whatever.
and I think with how that circulated, it was also a little break from everything else
Yeah.
that's going on.
What do you
God,
can you
yeah.
ex- can you expand on that?
I
Ellie?
mean, I think I have a 7-page list that and they're all bullet points. So,
I will say too, I am just simply nosy.
See, it's in our
Yeah.
DNA.
It really is. And to your point, you know what? I was having a conversation actually with my therapist about how gossip has become like a misogynistic word and phrase and concept because like that's how women communicate and that's how women have always communicated about like you take it back to long before social media and the days of yore, where that was just how women would share information about what was happening and, what you should be mindful of and what somebody else was doing. And it's just a sharing of information, and that there's nothing really wrong with it. It's when there's like malicious intent behind it, then that it becomes nasty. But just sharing some simple information, there's nothing wrong with that. No. And as a woman, I'm going to assert my right to share information.
I love it. Well said. I like your therapist.
She's awesome. I hope she's listening.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe because I have, not saying I've seen it all, but I get bored with gossip. So it has to be, if it's the same person always coming to you with like just updates on people and like I don't care, right? But like this kind of like juicy scandal stuff is like a good break.
All right, how do you feel about Justin Trudeau?
Please,
Trudeau and Katy Perry. How do you feel about that?
She's not his type.
See, former Prime Minister of Canada. Canadian listeners, how do you feel?
At first, I was like, oh, they're just meeting about some sort of concert or charity thing or whatever. And then there were like multiple. And I'm like, no, Justin, be better. That's also, I hate when people say be better. But that it's super gossipy. And I...
See, now you love it. You're back in. You're back in. You're back in.
Because I personally, I know Justin Trudeau. Some people I'm a little invested in, and Justin Trudeau might be one.
And he's one of them. So who would be his ideal type? Do you think, Tiffany, would it be somebody that's sitting in this very room with us?
This is called gossip.
I think that he would appreciate a cerebral, like, somebody that's on an NPR station. I don't know.
Kind of girl.
Katy Perry lost me with the whole space thing. She was losing me before that, and now I feel like he's a lot more socially conscious, and I feel like she's a little oblivious.
Yeah.
So I don't. If I'm in my matchmaking era here, I would not put them together.
And that was group chat gossip.
Yeah. But also going back to, do we really know these people? We don't know these people.
No, and that's
I don't really know Justin. I don't know Justin Trudeau.
But he is connected in our life somehow. Everyone has this kind of connection. Whether it's this, wow, I can't believe they skydived. That's so cool. That's crazy. Or it's a, you were running an entire country while I was alive. Like there is connection. I listen to her music.
Yeah.
Some of it.
But that's what makes it interesting is like, and to the point about the reality television shows, like, I love the way that the drama unfolds, and it's people that I am not invested in personally. There's no like malice there. There's no one getting hurt in my sphere. Yeah. There's some feelings getting hurt on Love Island,
Ooh,
but
that
like,
one is crazy.
Right?
The year later thing?
Mm-hmm. But I'm also not like, it's crazy. Yeah. But I'm also not like in the comments, like talking to people about this. It's like it's in the group chat of me and my friends.
Yeah.
So I like that there's like a disconnection there, that I don't have to deal with the drama of what the people on my little screen are dealing with.
I think you summarize that for me, because if it's people that I like know of and I'm like, I don't want to know their business, it's different. Right. But if it's somebody that I'm not connected to, I will never know. Yep. I don't know them personally. It does.
There's something else to it.
Yeah, there is a draw to it. So Love Island, you two, I feel like getting you two together here. What are you talking about when you guys, your faces just lit up?
Oh, God.
I feel like I might see something inappropriate. You might be better at this.
Oh, God.
Well, let's give a little summary of the show. I think most everybody
I don't even
knows
watch
Love
the
Island.
show, and I know the scandal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so last year was like, I mean, aside from this most recent season 7 that we talked about a couple weeks ago, actually, season 6, I think, is what put Love Island on the map. And like, they have their first spin-off show called Life After the Villa, because they have like a very established group of like core contestants from that show. And I believe they were either like the runners-up or came in third. Janae and Kenny.
Fan favorites.
Yes, very much fan favorites. I was bamboozled personally because I thought Kenny was like a sweet, slightly pathetic boy who was like truly yearning for his woman. And that's really what I was like. I was loving that for Janae. And it turns out that like he was faking the relationship the whole time. There was a lot of text messages that came out where he was saying that he was using her for fame and was saying really racist stuff about her as well. And they were together for over a year and just horrible. She's like the sweetest, like most genuine person that came out, one of the most genuine people that came out of that show. And it was really sad to see that she was the one who had to go through that. I mean, it's terrible to see anyone go through it, but.
So are they, just for people that aren't completely familiar with the show, are they couples? Are they
yes, this is a
they're
couple.
couples and then they go on the island, right? Or are they
no,
make the couples on, they
Yes.
become couples on the island?
Yes, they
Okay.
were just totally separate people. They met on Love Island.
Okay.
And they have stayed together since the end of that season when they initially got together. So yeah, it was really, really
Yeah.
horrible.
I guess
And
true love does not exist. I think we just learned.
unfortunately.
No, but it's very polarizing.
Yeah.
Right. It's and then people are getting involved. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Just kind of see, just how people react to it.
Everyone's in, like you
So-
said, you know about this
Yeah.
gossip and you have not
Yeah.
been a viewer of the show because it really is just so, it's crazy because everyone has some involvement in it.
So everybody goes to this island to find love.
It's not Epstein Island. You made something like that. No, it's so Ariana from
Yes.
Vanderpump Rules. She's hosting it. So I think
Yes.
that's why season 6 became such a big so they have Love Island UK, which has been going on for several seasons. Love Island USA, right?
Yeah.
That's when it started getting picking up. So they basically bring people on and they're like, oh, you're pretty, you're cute, like let's go on a date, and then you're kind of stuck with that person. You're able to switch. It's
So you're established, you kind of pick your mate and
Yeah.
then you can switch.
very
Yeah.
clinical, yeah. And then
I'm just breaking down for people
I
Don't know.
kids, am I right?
and people think they're in love.
Yes.
Yes.
And sometimes they are.
Yes.
And then you
And
find
sometimes
out.
they're not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's all fake.
And with a lot of reality shows now, a lot of people are saying, well, they're, it comes into the light that they are doing it for Instagram followers. You can be on a reality show and gain 250,000 followers overnight. So that's also, I think the viewers are also getting more smart to kind of recognize that too, which is
Yeah.
why people are
Yeah.
up in arms.
For
well,
sure.
and then Ariana has gone on to do other things after Love Island. So Tom and Ariana were like Ariana was on Vanderpump Rules.
Right.
Yep.
And she went through her own scandal on that with Tom. And then after a cheating scandal on that show, she went on to host Love Island. So
Because during the show, she said, you won't even watch Love Island with me.
He's like,
And-
that's a stupid show. Or
Yeah,
something.
so then they gave her the hosting gig, which is why it's really great. So
Yeah.
then people,
So it wasn't just because of the whole cheating scandal
No.
and
She's a super fan.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like all these shows are end up intertwined because of the followers and the appeal and people like gravitating towards certain people on the shows. So
For sure.
And that's
she
why I
ended up
watch
with
football.
Instagram followers. I know that they're trying to create a soap opera around, and I just won't have it. No. So these characters then, even when they have rough times, it seems like they always still end up doing something good after, right? Because
I
we're
hope so.
we're watching their heartbreak,
Yeah.
and then we're sucked into it, and then we like that character, and now look, they're on this other show.
That's what I hope for her. I just love her so much. So I hope that they do. I hope that they do have something else in the works for her that they can bring her into. She was just so sweet on the show. She had a hard time finding somebody as well. Like she went through a couple of really crappy men on the show who,
Okay.
like multiple of them were racist and terrible to her to some degree. And so, when she ended up with Kenny, it was like, oh my gosh, they seem so perfect.
Don't
And
they filter these people before they get them to be
Yeah.
contestants?
Sweet Matt. Oh, sweet
and
Matt.
so
I
they
mean,
say. So
But
they say.
also, I feel like since the dawn of reality TV, they've also tried to put the most opposite people together, personality-wise,
Oh,
to
yeah.
create that conflict.
Yeah.
So,
Let's just put her on Celebrity Jeopardy and see what happens. I mean, let's just do that. That should be your second show.
but you got the
Maybe she'll
impression
be on
that
Traitors.
Yeah.
you got the impression that she was actually genuine.
Yes.
That- yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, speaking of traitors, didn't Tom Sandoval from Vanderpump Rules
He
end up on
did.
Traders?
Yes.
Okay.
He did.
I'm
And
Special
so sorry
Forces.
for
I was
cheating,
laughing
but
at him the whole time. Oh, Special Forces.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
He was on the Denise Richards, which is another scandal. So look
is that
at
the
us
one with Cody
gossiping.
Brown from Sister Wives?
That's a new season. And then, yep, I got you.
I haven't heard of that show.
Another.
Marine operatives
So-
with celebrities, and they have to do marine stuff.
Oh, wait.
Not like marine biology, like sword fighting and
And Tom's going to be
Oh,
on
I'll be
that.
clocking in for that.
But another instance where I would never probably watch that show if it was just random people, but because I know of some of the
Cody
people on
Brown.
there. I know, stop. That's the train wreck I can't stop.
I know.
Is Sister Wives. I can't. I don't know why I am so
You're a
obsessed
Sister
with
Wives?
Oh yeah.
just because it's so out there, and now it's just like normal, trying to be normal.
Ooh, Girls Weekend, Coyote Pass, and we just.
I love that you know what Coyote Pass is.
we never developed land. For anyone listening, Sister Wives is a show where a man was in a polyamorous relationship with 5 women. He is so bad at relationships, he now has one, and she really wants to get out. And so
Oh my
great.
gosh. He's lost all of his
Yeah,
sister
so
wives.
Now
that annoying.
They're calling him a former polygamist.
So good.
Nobody wants him.
I
bless his
mean,
heart.
So these wives weren't sisters, were they? I hope
they
not.
weren't what? No, they weren't. No.
Just
Okay.
biblically.
No. Yeah, they
Oh,
were.
okay.
They were older. They
Okay.
weren't like the teenage.
Oh, I
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
All
this it was very. I don't know. It's very strange, but
We'll have another group chat episode
Yes.
exclusively dedicated to Sister Wives.
All right. When we come back from the break, we're going to just completely switch gears and talk about the Erie County Fair. But will we be switching gears? I don't know. Group chat on BTPM NPR. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Group Chat. I'm your host, Bentley, here with my guests, Allie Brady, stand-up comedian and voice of the Buffalo Bandits, Matt Hitch, musician and lover of pop culture and all-around creative at Buffalo Toronto Public Media, and Elyse Breeze, director of digital strategy at Buffalo Toronto Public Media and pop culture enthusiast. So I said we were shifting gears, but I think the Erie County Fair is great for people watching. So I guess that's what we're doing when we're watching reality TV. We know it's wrapping up this coming weekend. What are your favorite fair activities? This is the 185th year
Yeah.
of the Erie County Fair. Wow.
Well, 1840 was a lot different than where we are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, William Henry Harrison, am I right, guys?
They probably still had animals there then,
They
right?
did. So
That's
like
the big attraction.
So county fairs originated from early 19th century world, and like farmers would just show off and be like, yeah, it's my cow.
Yeah.
And, you know, so it's, I mean, they're still doing that, which
They're
is
still
so
doing that.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's kind of the cool part of fairs are the
Yeah.
animals
The
and just,
4-H
I
building.
love going in
yeah.
there.
yeah.
Yeah, before we can do anything, like any rides, Jackie, my girlfriend, we got to go to all the 4-H buildings. And the horses, I know this every year and I keep forgetting, they are so much farther away than all the other animals. For some reason, they're like quarantined on the other side of the fair. And I have to walk past all the rides, all the games to go see the horses before we can start having fun. Or, I mean, before I can start having fun, I guess. But,
What, you like the rides?
yeah, I did. I still do, but I keep seeing so many rides break down on the news.
I
Like,
know.
Oh, yeah. I can't do
really?
rides anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
I have all my life, even up till last year, I will ride the most crazy thing. I want to be spun around, upside down, whatever you can do. But I keep seeing them breaking down on the news now, and they're not even like scary rides. And I look at it and like, I don't know. And I had this like method where I would sit and watch it go like a few times, be like, okay, nobody died. It's safe to ride. But the last one I saw in the news, I saw it had lights all over it and it was dark. And I thought, that had to have been going for a while, and then it broke in the middle of the night. So several people rode it, I'm guessing, fine, and then it broke down and like I don't know what it was. It was like round.
It's that
It
thing
went
and it just like
Yeah, the arm just
that was
There's
broke.
a couple. There's been
and
roller coasters. There
Is this nationally or locally?
nationally,
Okay.
and yeah, like last year there were the people that were stuck upside down for like an hour or something, and
I don't have
So-
the core strength.
yeah, so I'm like a lot more hesitant to ride
Yeah.
rides now.
Yeah.
I still did it, but I'm like actually
Just
I'm
a little
lit-
scared before
I'm
you
actually a
go on
ghost.
it.
I died on that ride.
Yeah. I have a new fear now, and it's not like of the ride, it's of and you see the people working on them too. They're like teenagers and
Barefoot.
I'm like, do you know how to strap this in?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Can you drive past 9 p.m.? I get it. I get it.
My life flies in your hands.
I know.
Yeah.
So do you eat first, or do you have to wait to eat till after you do the rides?
I usually eat something small, an elephant ear. I almost get one as soon as I get there.
What?
Like fried
The
duck.
flesh of an elephant.
Elephant ear? Can you please explain? Because I know there's a lot of different deep fried things at the fair, so you have to
It's
clarify.
actually just dough. It's not an elephant ear. So, but it's like just like a sugary. It's like deep fried dough with sugar all over it.
It
so
sounds amazing.
yeah, it's really good, and they're big and they look like an elephant ear. That's where they get the name
okay.
from.
Right.
So.
I didn't really think it was but yeah, I feel like, as Allie was saying about the history, the animals are always a big draw. And I did see that the chickens are back. And the chickens are always, you never know because of bird flu. And it's all, are you going to walk in the chicken barn? And SJ, who is actually one of our newest members here at BTPM NPR and is in charge, I saw her posting a story that of all the chickens at the fair, and I'm like, wait, are there more chickens? Because for a while they weren't there. They were always sick.
Oh.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize how many different kinds of chickens there are. I just thought there was a chicken and that's it. But apparently there's like different breeds of chickens, and
Yeah,
so
it's an
Like
education.
scraggly and cute looking.
Yeah.
I love them.
Crusty ones.
Yeah, they're my favorite. They've got like crazy hair going on. I love it.
Take a bath.
So,
Little dirt bath.
what are your favorite things to eat at the fair?
An Italian sausage. Every time.
Mini and Sapio. That's the stand, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they
Or
also
like
have
at
the little
the
meatballs.
what's that?
They also have the little like meatballs too
Ooh.
for $3.
Oh, someone's been.
Mm-hmm. Good to know. I also love a deep fried Oreo, but they give you like 6 of them. And
Yeah.
like I can really have one, and then I'm like giving them away. I'm like, anybody want? Anybody?
Me too.
Anybody? Because like I'll get a stomach ache.
Oh, do they dip? And it's always 900 degrees when you're there,
Right.
so it's hard. Do they give you a side or anything?
No, actually, no,
That
not
could really
when
change the game.
That could be
Cold
really
glass
good. Yeah.
Well, and I believe, I think it was the deep fried Oreo. A lot of the deep fried stuff was first started at the New York State Fair, which is also going to be happening in Syracuse.
yeah.
It's in Syracuse, but it was, and the stand is still there where the employees were just trying to deep fry anything and everything.
oh yeah,
And that's kind of how it came about.
that's such an American thing.
Yeah.
It actually reminds
Can I
me of
deep fry
Beavis and
this?
Butthead. They're
Yeah.
mad, like just like when they worked
Yeah.
at the fake McDonald's. They're just like throwing everything in the fryer.
deep fryer.
In the fryer. Some of the new food options this year: a fried pickle hot dog. Oh wow, that sounds
Ooh.
amazing.
Is
lime?
the fried pickle in place of the hot dog, or does
I
it
think
go
it's
on the hot
on
dog?
the hot dog.
Either way, I'll try it.
Either way, yeah, because then vegetarians would be okay with that, right? Bob Cheese pierogies have a lime margarita cheesecake pierogi.
I'll pass.
I'm
Yeah.
flipping the table. That sounds great. That sounds good. I would. I'm like,
You had me at lime margarita cheesecake, but then the pierogi.
I'm like a dough. But that's a nice
Yeah.
noodle. Yeah,
alright,
look at
alright.
the boiled noodle. Is that a boiled noodle? Is that gross?
I'm weird with things that should be salty and then or make them sweet.
yeah.
I like have a weird thing in my brain that like shuts down.
Yeah, I don't like fruit in my salad.
Me-
That should be a
same.
savory salad. Why did you put strawberries in it? But I understand why
The goat
people love it.
cheese?
It's not for me. See, that-
Anti-crazen.
We have
To-
different.
in the salad, absolutely not.
Oh.
I know. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I know. I've grown to like the strawberries, though, which is weird. I don't know where that came from.
You've evolved. Your palate has evolved.
Apparently. Dilly cob, corn on the cob, coated in dill sauce and topped with fresh chopped dill pickle. Pickles getting their moment
Yeah,
this
I'll be
year. The
eating
pickles
that.
are back. Yeah.
Mhm. I'll be eating that.
Flaming hot Cheeto blooming onion. Blooming onions also getting their day again.
Yeah.
How much of my statin would I have to increase in order to not? Am I going to 20 milligrams? What am I doing?
Just to like load up.
Yeah,
on
I'm bringing the
shuttle there.
omeprazole with me to the fair.
Hot honey mac and cheese.
Oh, I know that's good.
And there's a lot of Dubai chocolate
Oh, okay.
spinoffs too, because that's,
Also great in the summer. Let's just bring chocolate. That's
I mean, I know.
That's a lot,
I
yeah.
know. Especially because it's been really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the deep fried Oreos is like
Yeah.
you get the whole thing and you only want one and you're just like
Yeah.
trying
Anybody?
to hand people you want a hot gooey
Yeah.
Oreo.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went, I got a candy apple, as I love them, but it was so hot. I took like 2 bites of it, and I was like, pff, I just threw it away. I was like, I don't want this.
Poor apple.
That
Yeah.
And then that
actually
chicken came
melt
out and
that
was like,
Yeah.
Did it actually melt that fast? They're
It was
pretty,
just-
they're pretty
I'm a
Dirty.
sloppy eater somehow. I don't know, like I'll like have like food in my glasses somehow or in my hair. So
you just
I
look
just
like a
had
kid
like
getting on the
caramel
rides
on
with
my
melted caramel.
yeah. I had caramel on my hand, and I was just getting aggravated, and I was like, I'm done with this.
He's got a little hat with the propeller on it too.
I mean, is that why we like the fair? It's because like we can just be kids and like looking at
Yes.
animals and eating food and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
riding
Yes.
rides
Yeah.
that I don't ride. I never was a ride person anyway, but to your point, I'm definitely not. Now I'm
Yeah.
legit not a ride person.
I've never been a ride person, but last year, like I'll do like little ones. But last year, Danny and I went and I was like, you know what? Like, let's try the swings. Let's go on the swings. Cause we did like the smaller swings at the Niagara County Fair and it was fine. We did the high swings. I got off and immediately threw up behind the fried dough tent. It was
this is college?
horrible. It was last year.
Anything in a circle, I can't do.
Horrible.
See,
I
it
was
hurts.
like, whoa.
As you get older, it's a lot more like the vertigo sets in or something. It just is not, doesn't feel good.
I've
And it
never been
jerks
able
your
to really
body
handle it
around. No.
anyway. I did. When I went to Darien Lake with my niece and nephew last month, I did go on the Mind Eraser. Don't know how I could handle that, but not the swings. I felt very pathetic. But I am not a ride girl.
No.
I like the games. I'm always taking out like $40 for I Got It. Every
Everybody-
time. Yep.
Love, I got it.
Universally loved.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep,
that's the
I'm
best.
clocked in. I'm seated. I've got my drink. I've got my snack,
Yeah.
and I'm going for it.
Oh yeah, I can play. I got it for hours. I
Yep.
love it. It's the best game there.
Yep.
I love all the games, but I got it is the best.
It is. It is. It just
Yeah,
feels like you're getting the
everybody-
most bang for your buck.
Yeah, and when you get to yell, "I got it!" Isn't that like the best feeling? It's
Yeah.
like
And those have
Yep.
popped up everywhere now. It's like now you see like it's a attraction. It's a draw. Like even smaller fairs and festivals now. It's like, oh, I got it. Like you can.
yeah.
I think at the pumpkin farm in the fall they have I got it now.
Really?
Like,
I wonder
yeah.
if they do weddings.
Oh, I got it when you throw the
Yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah.
throw
You
the
throw
ball
the little
in, you
ball
try to
in
get
the-
5 in a row, and you yell, I got it. And if you're the first one, then you get a little card that you can use to go and get a prize. And the prizes are actually
They're
like
pretty
good
decent.
stuff.
So it's active
I got a set of
bingo.
Tupperware.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Active bingo.
Okay.
Yeah, my house is somewhat decorated, and I got it prizes. yeah,
Yep.
Wait, what did you said that your house is decorated and I got it
I got it prizes.
prizes? What are some of the
Jack Daniel's mirror. I have a
Oh yeah, everybody. That was like the fair prize, like
yeah.
through the years for like every
Yeah.
game, right?
I have a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters. I'm a big Ghostbusters
Oh,
fan.
wow.
Love
So
that.
I got a little Slimer.
Oh, those
got
are pretty
it.
good
Yeah.
prizes.
Yeah, I got an Incredible Hulk guy. I like superheroes too. So
King size
I'm
bed.
just glad you. I'm glad that the Jack Daniel's mirror sign was brought into the chat because I remember being like a teenager where I lived at the county fair, winning a prize and picking that out and like bring up like
yeah.
what, why,
Yeah.
and it was like in my room. It was
Yeah.
Jack Daniels. Like,
yeah,
I don't even know if I knew what that was,
Didn't
but
write
like
for school.
everybody said it's cool. I don't know.
yeah. I wish they still had the band mirrors, but I don't think it would be the same because like the hair metal bands like Motley Crue and Poison.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I have a few from when I was a kid, but I wish that they still had them. I look at the prizes now and I'm like, I play the games, but like sometimes I'll just give the prize to a kid that's out
Yeah.
there. Like I just wanted to play. So
What is your prize choice? What do you go for, Elyse?
Specifically when I'm playing I Got It. I love like a random household thing. Like I said, like when I went to the Niagara County Fair, I got a set of Tupperware. And I mean, it's not great Tupperware, but I was in need
I
of it.
forgot they have those kind of.
Yeah, they have everything. I have
It's
like
so
a
random.
wooden
Microwave
cutting
and you're
board.
like, what? Yeah.
Yep. It's like a wooden cutting board that I use to cut
cool.
bread on. My fiance, he got like this he drinks out of these like very specific cups that he really likes. And they had those there, so I got him a Buffalo Bills cup with my prize. My dad, he played for the first time the other week, and he got it, and he got himself like a little Bills hat, and he was like, "This is so cool." And I mean, my dad doesn't get out much, so he was really, really excited about the hat. It was cute.
That's so fun.
In
really
case
nice.
you're just joining us, you're listening to Group Chat. I'm your host, Bentley, here with Allie Brady, Matt Hitch, and Elyse Breeze, talking about the Erie County Fair. And there's a little something for everyone. I mean, I think everybody's an I Got It fan, we've established. And a little backing off on the rides this year. But other attractions, the Monster Truck Smash. This is new this year. 6 monster trucks compete. Monster
My
truck.
neck hurts. Even with those lines,
I mean, you need
it's cool.
make sure you bring ear protection.
Yeah.
Just saying. The Demolition Derby, that's been a thing. Wait, is this new? Leaping Llama Limbo? Kids see how high their animals can jump and how they can go.
I'll just Google that.
Yeah, we'll look that up later. Wood carving competition's been a thing. Cider making, Battle of the Charcuterie contest.
Oh.
I feel like we were talking about it on a different group chat.
Yeah, we
weren't
were just talking about charcuterie boards not that
we
long
were.
ago.
Yeah.
And then the National Garden Club show. Like those are, I think, are attractions out there that people come to see the winners and they, are judged. Would you enter a contest at the fair? Well, actually,
Like what kind?
I will try to see if I can jump higher than a llama. Yeah, I'll do it. I'm game.
would you go to a monster truck competition or a demolition derby?
I would if I happened to be there. I don't think I would. That would be my main draw to go there. But if it was around, like I always check out the bands that are playing them, even if I don't care about them, and if there's something like that going on. And I saw a pig race which I didn't even know was a thing. But we saw a pig race, and that was cool. But then the guy was naming them after political figures he didn't like, and that was annoying. I was like, I'm trying to like have fun here, and you just ruined it.
Right.
They, I thought they used to name them after products, but I can't remember.
Crisp e-bacon.
Yeah, that is actually that's the Iron Pigs, the Philly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, the AAA team in Pennsylvania. They have crisp e-bacon.
Yeah.
There's a ham. I can't remember what the ham's name is, but I always remember crisp e-bacon. So if you're interested in the history of the Erie County Fair, Buffalo Toronto Public Media released a documentary on the fair 10 years ago on the 175th anniversary of the Erie County Fair, and you can check that out on the Buffalo Toronto Public Media YouTube page. And weekend plans. I know, Matt, you already went to the fair. What's everybody doing this weekend?
I hope nothing, honestly. I could use one of those. But I probably, if the fair is still going on, I definitely have to go to the Erie County Fair. I went to the Niagara County Fair last week.
I mean, you can go more than once, too.
I'm bummed I missed the Niagara County Fair. I still have not been.
Oh, don't worry. You didn't miss a lot. Sorry to fellow Niagara County. I'm from Niagara County, so I can say it. It was the Niagara County Fair. You get what you get.
Well, honestly, the Erie County Fair is not typical of a county fair. It's the third largest fair, county fair in the country.
Stop, really?
Yes, which I didn't know. Because when I moved here, I was like, wow, this is a county fair? Like, this is pretty big.
I had no idea.
The Erie County Fair is big for a county fair. Yeah.
Yeah, third biggest in the nation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that. Putting us on the
Isn't
map.
our St. Patrick's Day parade also the third largest parade in the country?
Yeah.
That's us, number 3.
We're like good at 3. Oh my gosh, yeah. We're good.
We're good at parades and fairs.
Really.
Yeah. So you're going to go back to the fair, Matt?
I am not, but
I might have to go.
I went I did meet this elderly couple. Like, we sat down at a table, and we, Jackie, she'll just talk to everybody. So she started talking to this couple, and every year they buy how many days is it? 12. They buy a 12-day pass and they go every single day. And there's a whole community of people that do this. I didn't know. They're like in a little social club. They get sweaters made for that year, like the 2025 Erie County Fair. It is so adorable. I was just like, oh my God. I was like, you guys come every single day? And they're like, yep, we're here all 12 days.
Wow.
I could see that being on my list of things to do in retirement.
Yeah.
To have the time, why not? Allie, what are your weekend plans?
I'm going to see the legend Peter Buck at an undisclosed location. He was the guitarist for REM, and I'm hoping for a comeback tour one day. And then I'm packing. I'm going on vacation soon to London on a lovely PBS trip. So getting ready for that.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll check back in after that. That wraps up today's episode of Group Chat for now. If you want to continue the conversation, make sure you follow us on Instagram at BTPMNPR. Also, check us out on the video podcast on Buffalo Toronto Public Media's YouTube channel. I'd like to thank my guests, Allie Brady, Matt Hitch, and Elyse Breeze. I'm your host, Bentley. Have a great weekend, and thanks for listening.